All right. So we just went over the hang power snatch. Okay. So I want you to give it a shot now, and then we'll talk about it and see how it goes and what we can improve on. Okay. So hang power snatch. Top of the knee. Okay.
All right, so here on his first lift, I see that the bar is out in front of him. He's projecting himself forward and not vertically, which is what we want to do in the snatch. So, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke and that he has a pattern of doing that, I asked him to do one more rep here just to make sure I could see the issue again.
Do one more. Good. Okay. Go ahead and put the bar down. Good.
Okay, so now I confirmed that that's an issue where we have the bar coming out way far in front, and that to correct that, we need to have the bar come up his torso more. So, first thing I'm going to do is cue him to get his elbows vertical in the pull and keep the bar close to his torso. So, reiterating what we learned when we did the hang power snatch, and we'll see how it goes.
So not bad for our first time, right? What we want to focus on though, let's work on that bar path. Okay. So right now we're bringing it to the hip, and we got this wave out in front of us. Okay. And anytime the wave is further away from our body, it's going to make the movement harder to do. Okay. So like if I was to hand you that 15-kilo plate, where would you hold it? Right? Would you hold it way out here, or would you hold it close to you? Yeah. Same thing with the barbell. Then we wanted to have nice and close. That way we have efficient bar path. Okay. So this next one, I want you to think about having your elbows nice and high, okay, and it should go right up your torso, okay. So let's see if we get that bar path a little bit better here. Good, better.
Okay, so after that cue, the bar path was closer to his body, but if you note his feet, if you rewind it and watch it again, if you note his feet, he jumps forward about half a foot to a foot. So again, the bar path is better, but we're still displacing too much power or force going forward. Okay, so now implement another cue here and see how he does.
Good, go ahead, rack it one more time. So yeah, improvement, right? Improvement. That was very good. We'll try it one more time. I'm gonna add a different cue this time, and what I want you to focus on is when you plant those feet, no steps forward, right? While we didn't have it as far out in front, any steps forward is also going to lead to us eventually dumping the weight forward or being inefficient with our movements. Okay, so grab the bar one more time, set up, set back, and just for a little reference, right? I'm going to stand right here. Don't hit me because that would kind of hurt. Okay, so bar nice and close to your torso, and think about not coming towards my way. Okay, I don't want you to hit me here. Okay, so nice and straight up. You should land right where you're standing. Very good. Yeah, let's do it.
So here, as you see now, he vertically displaces his force and comes down in the same spot that he left. Maybe I should have cued him a little bit better on not so much focusing on not hitting me, but focusing on getting more vertical. But this method of me standing in front of him is maybe like more unorthodox than normal. But I find that it is a good point of reference for most athletes, and also kind of fun. And if they think it's fun not to hit coach, or make sure we get a couple smiles here and there, and it also makes sure that if they do come forward, right, they know that their bar path is still inefficient, right? So standing in front of them, I find is highly effective.
Put the pressure on you here, standing in front of you. Good. Very good, very good. All right, nice job. Okay, so go ahead, put the bar back in. Good. Now we have a nice vertical bar path. It's nice and close. That's a good job, okay?
So from here, I broke down the first issue, which was our bar path. So now, if you look, his feet moving were a little wide. in the power position. Um, you'll see that when we receive the barbell and hang snatch, hang power snatch, etc., we want to catch it to where our feet move, but we want to be able to squat with it if we have to, right? We want to focus on bending the knees and not so much taking a huge wide split, right? In athletics, we're never going to be doing a split, hopefully, on the field. What we are going to be doing though is going to be in a power position. All right. So now I'm going to, after I've addressed the first issue, now I'm going to address the second issue of his feet ending up in the proper spot.
Second thing I want to address, right, is our feet. So right now we're a little wide with our stance, right? And while I do want you to move your feet from underneath your hips to a squat stance, right? Because eventually we'll transition down into the full snatch and it'll be at the bottom of it, right? But right now we don't really want to like starfish. So like if you're out really far with your feet, this is going to be inefficient and we're not going to be able to squat there. Okay, so what I want you to work on is just underneath the hips to our squat stance. Okay, and then once you're there, we'll check it, and I want you to give me an overhead squat just to see if we're in that proper position. So I just want to hang power, pause. We'll check your feet, and then we'll squat. Okay. Yep. So just hang power, move those feet into the squat position. Good. Now can you squat from right there? Good. And up. Very nice. One more time. One more time. How'd that feel? Was it a little wide still, or you think that was good?
So you see here, I'm thinking that it's still maybe a touch wide. I mean, he's able to get away with it, but maybe still not the most optimal position. So instead of telling him that, I ask him and I want him to think about how it felt to him and see if he thinks that is an appropriate stance to be taken. Let's see what he says here.
Yeah. Cut it down a little bit. Okay, let's see.
So he notes that it was too wide still and he wants to improve on it a little bit. So now we're going to try one more time and we're going to see if he is a little less narrow and not as wide in his receiving foot position here.
Can you squat right there? Good, very nice. Bar in, yep.
Yeah. So as you can see, the athlete is a little bit more comfortable with that position, being a little bit more narrow. Feels like he has a little bit more power there coming out of the squat and in the overhead position.
Bar in and walk it forward. Yeah, so, yeah, good. Now we've addressed the bar path and the displacement forward and backwards and also the feet movement. So now when we work towards that full movement, right, we'll have a better idea of what we need to do to make the successful lift. So good job, man.